This drink here, about $6. And over at Epcot, I was thinking about going on Spaceship Earth. You know, the big geosphere in the front of the park? Well, I would have had to throw it away. I'm not wasting nearly $7 on a drink. Okay, so I wanted to go ahead and hit on a couple things in this little solo video here. I have seen an amazing growth on our channel of new family members that have come on. And the one thing that I've noticed too is that some of them are also YouTubers themselves.
Like and subscribe.
Starting out, some of them have 20 subscribers. Some of them have 1,000. Some of them even have a few thousand. And it's awesome. But for the ones that are starting out, okay, there's one thing that I see pop up in the beginning YouTuber chats, in Facebook places, and in all those groups, okay? Messages that post all the time. What is the best camera I can buy to start vlogging? I see that question pop up so many times about equipment questions, about the best software, about all kinds of things. Okay? And here's the thing. You guys overcomplicate it. Really. Listen, I have owned mirrorless cameras. I have owned DSLRs. I have done vlogging with almost every camera under the sun except for cinematic cameras and camcorders. I have done it. And the one thing that I can tell you most when it comes to vlogging, when it comes to content creation, whatever you're doing, it honestly depends on what you are doing with it. Okay? And for 99% of you, I'm going to show you what the best camera that you can use is. Hang on. This. Yes, an iPhone. Yes, mine is a 15 Pro Max. It's now about a generation old or so. But I'll tell you something. It gets the job done. Has incredible stabilization built into it. And it's got pretty decent microphones too. And for a majority of what you're going to film, it is absolutely amazing at. And the best part is, right when you go ahead and you record, when you're done, you can put it right into iMovie. You don't need to buy any fancy software to go ahead and edit. Use iMovie, put it there, export it, upload it to YouTube, put a cool title on, and then put in some description and some stuff like that. And there you go. That is the best camera that you can buy for 90% of use cases. Okay? Now, another camera that is widely popular now is the DJI Pocket 3, which I actually have, and it's in my drawer, and I don't want to have to go ahead and dig it out. But it too is a great camera. Fragile and breaks easily and has a slow startup time. But it's not a bad camera because it is amazing stabilization as well. But the downside is that while it has a good sensor, it also has a big caveat. No replaceable battery. So when the battery inside it dies, your camera is dead. Unless you go ahead and add on those little rechargeable packs and then it'll boost it back up. But if your actual internal battery is completely shot, yeah, the camera is done for. Even if everything else works perfect on it. The gimbal is good, everything else, you can't replace the battery, and that sucks. The camera that I particularly love, and I have loved this camera with a passion, and I have used GoPro, I have used all kinds of stuff, is this one here. The DJI Action 5 Pro. It is the absolute best camera for the buck. Really. You can get them for about $350 or so, depending on if you can get one on sale. Even the Action 4 for like $299 is also an amazing deal. Truthfully, it is the best camera for the rest of all your use cases. The only way I could see it being a bad camera for you is if you're in 120 degree heat and you need to record for longer than 45 minutes at a time. That's the only way, because then it's going to overheat on you. Other than that, the Action 5 Pro is the best camera. It's got an amazing mic built in, and not to mention, it pairs up nicely with the little mic minis, which also work really good. And even the mic 2s from DJI. Yeah, I keep putting clip right behind my desk for a need. But that is what I recommend when I do filming. Now, when it comes to software, iMovie, if you're on Apple, is absolutely amazing. But let's just say you're not on iMovie and you need a piece of software that can go ahead and edit a movie and make it actually decent. And you have no budget at all. And you don't know anything about editing at all. And you have never edited a video in your life. DaVinci Resolve is free. It exports for YouTube, for everything. And it's really good. And the best part of all, the ease of use is so simple. It is amazing. And it is for Apple. You can get it on iPad. You can go ahead and get it on Mac. You can get it on Windows. And actually, I bought the $300 license for DaVinci Resolve Studio, which gives you the AI voice isolation, all kinds of other good stuff. And that is the software I primarily use. While I do have a license for Final Cut Pro, which is another great software program, I don't really use it so much, and the reason why is because the project files get extremely large. When it comes to DaVinci Resolve, the project files are a lot smaller, and you can work with them better. The other part that you can do with Final Cut Pro is there is a separate version for the iPad Pro. Yeah, you can go ahead and get that for the iPad as well, and it's pretty good. It's nice and intuitive, but at the same time, your project files can get pretty large. And when you're trying to export when you're using an iPad, it does take longer because there's not enough heat dissipation. So it will slow it down a little bit to get that temperature down. That is the downside. But for the most part, Action 5 Pro or iPhone and DaVinci Resolve, that is what I use to go ahead and edit and film. When it comes to thumbnail creation, I don't have a subscription for any online ones like CapCut or any of that other stuff. Instead, what I use is Pixelmator Pro, and I actually had a license from it before, and it is a great thumbnail editing. I love using it. Now you may have noticed, I did not say anything about the grandfather, Adobe. I don't use Adobe Creative Suite. And the reason why is because simple. I don't like subscription-based models where you're paying a reoccurring revenue to them forever to use their software. I like to be able to go ahead and just pay for a license one time. DaVinci Resolve, $300. Yeah, it was a bit expensive, but I've been using it forever, and it's worked great. And that's what I love to use. Now, on the other hand, Adobe Premiere, yes, you get Photoshop, you get all kinds of other stuff that you may never even need. And you're going to spend about $100 a month or so. I just don't see the value in that. And that's why I just use DaVinci and Pixelmator and then a little pocket handheld. Because when you're vlogging, you don't want to be recognizable with a big old camera. Instead, you want something sleek and something pocketable. And though the Pocket 3's name is Pocket, this actually is pocket size. Let me show you what I mean. So yeah, Pocket 3 here. Not exactly the most pocketable camera, and not to mention, when you actually are trying to store it away, now you added even more whip to it. Good luck trying to get that in and out of your pocket. And without it, this little sucker here can get easily scratched up, and once it's scratched enough, the camera's no longer usable. And also, whenever you want to actually get to recording, there we go. That's it. That's why I just love the Pocket 3 a little bit less than my Action 5 Pro. Still a great camera, which is why I didn't sell it off, but not the best for my case. Now, on the other hand, if you want Canon, they make the V10. Don't buy it. Their new Canon vlog camera sucks. It really does. It makes the G7X Mark II, which is still widely purchased, even better. But if you want, you can go mirrorless. You can get a Sony Alpha camera. You can go with a Canon mirrorless, whatever you want. But for the most part, if you're just daily vlogging and you want something simple for your kid, if you want something simple for yourself, just pick up a nice little Action 5 Pro. And not to mention, there's a couple times when you may go ahead and forget a memory card and then be like, oh crap. Well, it's got 50 gig of internal storage as well, so you don't even have to worry about that. So yeah, if you forget the memory card, you're already covered. And at 50 gig, you can go ahead and do 1080p recording and get a little bit of recording time in. And not to mention, this camera has been more reliable for me than any camera I've ever bought. And I swear, if there's one camera I will tell you not to buy, it is GoPro. The latest GoPros, they overheat. Their actual GUI, the graphic user interface, basically where you swipe in and out and all the menu functions, is horrible. Don't buy it. Instead, go and pick up one of these and then you'll be good to go. But I hope this helps you a little bit. And by the way, if you're wondering what computer should you buy as well, well, that you have a couple of ways to go about as well. Yeah, you can go with a MacBook Pro like I use, 24 gig, a terabyte of storage, you're good to go forever, but it's going to cost you about $2,000. You can go with a Mac Mini. Yeah, and that is an amazing little sucker. The new M4s for about $500 or even less are also amazing. I've also edited on my Mac Mini, no problems at all, and it works like a champ. The only downside is the storage on the Mac Minis is pretty small, so make sure you get like an external drive to go and do it with. And if you want, you can go ahead and get a regular PC, and then you can build or just buy a pre-built. It's up to you. Or you could actually go something a little bit more unconventional. You could go the mobile route. You could say, screw it. I'm just going to go ahead and edit my video I took on my iPhone, right on my iPhone. And that's perfectly good too, and you're still going to get great results. Or you can do it on your iPad Pro or on your Android tablet as well. It's really up to you. Either way, the most important thing that I can tell you, don't focus on the camera you buy or the equipment you buy. Before you even spend a dime, if you want to become a vlogger, if you want to become a content creator in general, in the public, and you want to walk around doing it, that's awesome. Don't buy anything. Go out, and I challenge you to this, okay? It is a genuine challenge. Go out, spend 30 days, and only vlog with your cell phone. I don't care if it's an Android phone. I don't care if it's a flip phone. One of those newer style with the LCDs and everything. I don't care if it's a fold-in, whatever it is. Android, iPhone, whatever. Spend 30 days only vlog with your cell phone. Okay? That is what I want you to do. Okay? And after you're done with your 30 days of vlogging, and if you want, you can come back right here to this video here and put your channel name. There is no other channel that's going to tell you to go ahead and do that. I can promise you that. They get pretty squirrely about that. But I want you to go ahead and do that. Okay? Go ahead. And if you want, I can take a look at a couple of your videos and give you some honest criticism and feedback. And there you go. The most important thing that you gotta learn is use what you have. If you go ahead and you've never vlogged before, and you rush out and you buy a $900 camera kit like this, okay? Well, now you may not even be appreciative of what you actually have because you didn't work your way up to it. And that's the other thing. You really should work your way up to the higher gear once you hit thresholds. Once you hit certain standards of what you want. That's the other best advice I can give you. When I first started out, I rushed out because I saw Casey Neistat and I loved his content. I bought a high-end DSLR camera. It was actually a T6i at the time. And my videos were crap. They were absolutely atrocious. Then I saw another content creator and I went out and I bought the G7Xs. And I was like, yeah, I got a G7X Mark II. I'm going to be great. No, it kind of sucked. So then I said, you know what? Screw it. I am just going to go ahead, go back to my iPhone. I started vlogging for a bit with that. Then I moved into a Sony portable camera. It wasn't anything fancy. It was just a point and shoot. Used that at the beach a bunch of times. Had an amazing time with that. And then then I started to move up into other camera gear as well. And then I repurchased some higher end gear, some DSLR, mirrorless cameras, a couple of GoPros similar to this, But then in the end, I realized what I actually wanted. After I did live streaming last year, about November, I want to say, to December, maybe October, then I went ahead and I sat down and I was thinking, I don't need this. I don't need this extra camera gear. I don't need this M6 Mark II mirrorless camera with 10 to 18 lenses and all these other lenses. It was like, no, I don't need this. So, all right. Canon 90D, big DSLR camera, amazing quality. But at the same time, I was sitting there thinking to myself, and I was going, I'm going to be filming a lot indoors. I don't want to take a big freaking camera indoors with me everywhere and out in public. Sold it. And actually, I didn't even take a loss on that because that sold pretty good. Well, anyway, then later on, then I was looking at smaller cameras because I was saying, okay, I want a daily vlog. I want to go ahead and be able to do it indoors, outdoors. Not a lot of stores want you actually recording indoors because a lot of their customers don't want to be on camera. Perfectly acceptable. And you're going to get that. A lot of people don't want to be in your video and they're not going to like it. You'll get two kinds. Ones that just look away and others that get up in your face. Get ready for that. It's the fun part. But anyway, then I went ahead and I started to buy this. I bought an Action 5 Pro. And I'll tell you something, I loved it so much, I returned it. I returned it so I could actually buy the Action 5 Pro again, but in the Adventure Kit, which comes with the pole that I'm on now. It comes with the battery pack, which is my best feature. Easy. I can store all my batteries, switch them out as I need to in my pocket, bam, done. But then I fell into a bit of a situation. I was thinking to myself, man, everybody's got this Pocket 3. I had one. Yeah, I wasn't too thrilled with it, but maybe now it's better. So I bought it. Then I returned it. Bought it again. Kept it. Stuck it away in the drawer. Yeah. Went back to this little sucker, the Action 5 Pro. Still my go-to camera. And what I found is that I wanted something simplistic, something that was reliable, and something just good. And that's where it came in. Because I found that out when I dropped it on its head a bunch of times over at Disney. And if you know anything about Disney, they don't have soft, cushy areas where you can drop something. It's hard concrete. And this camera got beat up, I'll tell you. But you know what? It kept going. And it kept doing amazing work. And it still does even now. Audio good. Video good. Stabilization good. I love it. And it still hooks right up to my little mic twos whenever I want to use them. The only reason that we don't is just for convenience, and we just elevate the audio later in post-production and editing. But I did actually go ahead and later buy another one. And the reason why is because I knew that I was going to be working away from the home, and I wanted to have Tiffany, my amazing wife, go ahead and do some of the vlogging at home. But then we ran into a problem that if I went ahead and she kept the Action 5 Pro because it was easier for her, then I would be stuck taking this expensive thing over with me. And it would have to be left in the car at most of my job sites. So that became an issue. So I was like, well, what if I go ahead and I just buy another Action 5 Pro? So, got some good trade-ins, got some good stuff going on. And I made it happen. And I'll tell you something, buying her an Action 5 Pro was the best investment ever. And the reason why is because it's a camera that is so simple that anybody, I don't care if you're 80 years old or if you're 8 years old, or if you're a 38-year-old that doesn't really care for technology. She's laughing in the background because she knows it's true. One button. Press it to start. Press it to stop. Camera turns off after a little bit. That's all you gotta do. Eject the micro SD card. Put it into your tablet, computer, whatever you use. You're good to go. Hey, Ryan. Well, I'm not going to be able to buy a fancy computer because I just bought a freaking $400 camera because you told me to. You're right. In that case, you have two options. If you go with this here, you can wirelessly transfer all your photos over to, and your videos, your iPhone or to your Android using DJI Mimo app, or take the little SD card out and pop it into one of these. You're going to put it into here first anyway. Then put it into your adapter and then plug it right into your phone. There you go. Now you can go into the Files app, transfer all your videos over, and start editing away. Done. Honestly, it's why I love the system that I have designed around me. Because it works. And that's what you need to do too. Don't focus on the camera gear. Focus on what works for you and where you're at. If you want beginner, because you're starting out, great. Like I said, first 30 days, don't buy a single piece of camera gear. Just do it from your phone and challenge yourself to that. Then after, then get an inexpensive camera and then build up from there. That is the best bet I can tell you. I repeat myself, do not go out and buy one of these or any other Sony cameras all because you saw your favorite YouTube star use one. Because really, I guarantee you, any one of them you watch, unless it's one of the newer generation vloggers, started out the same way with a cell phone in their back pocket. And then they moved up and got a little cheap camera that did better than their phone, and then moved up from there. Don't go into debt for vlogging. I really urge that one. Yeah, these are some of the best tips that I can give you. And like I said before, 30-day challenge. At the end of your 30 days, go ahead, put your channel name into the comments, and we'll take a look at your stuff. We have no problem doing that. We have no problem helping the community grow. Because once you're part of the family, then we have to help each other. You guys help us all the time with telling us suggestions on what to change. Other times you guys just like to troll and, you know, if it's like something mild then it's cool, but when it gets out of control, then we help you. And we get things back under control again. But we're always here to help each other. I don't care if you have 0 subscribers. I don't care if you have 500,000. We're always here to help everyone. Because really, That's what you gotta do. You have to help each other. Otherwise, nobody will improve and grow. And that's the best advice I can give you. But guys, it is time to go ahead and get back to the main video for today. And in fact, in a little bit, that beautiful girl that is sitting behind me is going to tell me, Ryan, we have to go get Lil. I have a feeling of that. But thank you very much for watching, and I hope you had a great day, okay? Now, either you're going to get back to the main video, or you're going to see the little end scene where it goes ahead and puts that nice little pink and black splash up, and then it says about the next video, or it'll say like a playlist, and then it'll hit that little subscribe. And by the way, if you do subscribe, yeah, you're not a subscriber. You're a family member. Because we don't have subscribers. God, I need more coffee. We don't have subscribers. We have family members. Because a subscriber is a number on your wall. A family member is someone you help and that they help you back. That's what we have here. Have a great one, guys. I'll see you all later.
But I know we won't give this